Hello, I'm Jim.
I'm Hollywood.
And this is the Smoked Debrief.
Today we have a very rare smoke. Only 200 boxes of these were made. It's the Steve Saka Brûlée Unicorn. Now, of course, you know I didn't buy these. Only the connoisseur of fine, expensive cigars, Jim, would be bold enough to buy a box of these. So, thank you, sir. A bevy. Well, there it is for your viewing pleasure. A bevy of long leaf Nicaraguan filler, a Connecticut Ecuadorian wrapper, and a Mexican binder. So, theoretically, on the mild side, but with lots of flavor. So we're really looking forward to trying this smoke, because I would not try this smoke without my great amigo here, Jim, recommending it and going out and purchasing it. I mean, I'm
a packaging whore. I love.
That is true. If it's got a shiny little bauble on the box, you're definitely going to pay special attention. You don't? No. I love them.
That could be smoked. Put that in my...
Well, you cut too much off because you want a lot of draw. I like to have to work to get the draw.
Because you're better at sucking than I am.
That's none of your damn business, mister. The cigar band is exquisite, as you can see. Cool. And exquisite. And exquisite. It's got a crown. We'll let Jim get in there and show it to you. If he can get it in focus.
Autofocus.
No, there's no way. Damn it. You'll just have to show it. Here, I'll take a picture.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, because you're using my camera. Damn you. Now, I'm looking forward to this because, you know, this looks like it might be a mild cigar. And as we all know, I'm not... Oh. Did you taste the sweetness? Did you or do you not?
I taste it now.
Very interesting cold draw. Oh, damn. Jim in his snowshoes, you never know what might happen.
Mm-hmm. It is a bit mellow.
Well, Jim, give it a chance. You're so
I'm just
anxious.
getting there before you are. Jim gets these damn amateur cigars he gets from the damn local 7-Eleven.
A cigar doesn't have to be bold. It doesn't have to knock you on your ass to be a good cigar. My preference is a bolder cigar, but I do like this.
Yeah. I'm not discussing price.
100 centavos.
You know, I'd smoked one before.
Oh, you have?
But I got to tell you, I think it's the company. I think when you surround yourself with people who, not politically, but people that like smoking cigars, like having a little bit of liquor, and like shooting the bull, I think that it enhances the experience, especially when you've got a good cigar. Because this is way better than I remember the other one I smoked.
It's because you're smoking it with me, man, and we have the brohood, the Rooseveltness. I mean, and let's face it, The presentation of this cigar.
Yeah, it's
I mean, look at the box, look at the coffin, look at the band. I mean, it says an experience. It says this is a great cigar.
Smoke the shit out of me.
That's what it says. Actually, I can hear it saying that. Smoke the shit out of me.
That's what Sobremesa means. Smoke of the shit.
Really? Are you sure that it means smoke the shit out of me?
No, not really, but sounds good.
What does Sobremesa mean?
Hey, Siri. When the hell did my Siri turn into a guy?
Since that drunken...
I found this on the web for when in the hell did Siri turn into a guy. Check it out.
Okay.
You're disturbing
Hey,
me.
Siri. What does Sobremesa mean? Sobremesa is a Spanish tradition of having delightful conversations during mealtime. The word itself is a combination of sobre, meaning over, and mesa, meaning table.
What could be a better name for this?
I'm going to have a little discussion with Siri later about why I think I got a trans Siri. Before we went on break, I had a female voice, and now I've got a male voice.
Something happened while I was gone you want to tell me about?
Not with me, but evidently my phone went through a transition or something.
Okay, this is an excellent cigar, man.
Really? So I have a good one? I got a good cigar?
Yes, Jim. You got a good cigar.
Awesome.
So where'd you find this cigar?
Well, I follow JR Tobacco on Facebook, and they are right down the road.
Literally.
They made a nice little post. The local store made a nice little post. They had the unicorn. That's all this unicorn. We only have one box. So I went down there. Okay, because I was interested. I was like, okay, what is this unicorn? And because I'm a package whore, as soon as I saw it, I was like, okay, I'll take it. So somebody had came in and bought one of them first. They bought one cigar out of the box. So I didn't get a full box, which kind of sucked, but it is good.
And it does have a little sweetness.
Yeah, it's.
Do you still taste the sweetness, or did you cut all the sweetness off?
No, I do. I still taste it. They put like a sweet tea outer on it or something. You know, who does that a lot is Drew Estate. They do. They put like a sweet outer on the mouth end.
I don't have the love affair with Drew Estate that you do.
I only like a couple. That La Privada is good, and the Cuba Cuba is not bad.
I'm not judging you. I think the whole Drew Estate thing is a little too too fanboyish for me.
Yeah, I get that. It's kind of like a Glock.
Because when you
It's
go
like
to the
Glock
show
of cigar world.
when you go to the show and Drew's the guy's there, whatever his name is, the young guy, it's like everybody wants to meet him and get a picture. And
Does he have a ponytail?
I do not recall. See, that's how little I paid attention to him.
It wouldn't surprise me. Not that there's anything wrong with ponytails. If you happen to be ex-Green Beret with like 130 kills under your belt, and you have a ponytail, I'm not saying shit about it.
That's the guy, right? Drew Estate's the guy, right?
Yeah, Jonathan Drew.
Jonathan Drew. I don't think he's a Green Beret.
I don't either. But
he might have a pink beret.
From a business point of view,
yeah,
fucking A, he's ruling it.
He's created the mystique.
He's killing it, yeah. The Pappy Van Winkle we smoked a a while back was a Drew estate. So, you know, when they do something like that for another company, they went all out because that was a good smoke.
Well, that bottle of bourbon I have from 1964 theoretically could have been bottled by Pappy, right?
The Wellers. Yeah, well, Pappy Van Winkle died in like 65, didn't he? Do you really think he was working up to the day he died?
I don't know. How old was he when he died?
I don't know.
I'm asking. You're the one that said it to me.
Hey, Siri. Jesus. How old was Pappy Van Winkle when he died?
At the age of 91, Pappy died, leaving his son, Julian Van Winkle Jr., in charge. This is from GearPatrol.com.
Julian Van Winkle.
What a name. Hi, my name is Julian Van Winkle Jr., and I'm here to talk to you today about bourbon. I know all there is to know about bourbon because my father, Pappy Van Winkle Sr.
Grandfather.
Was his grandfather?
Yeah, he said it was taken over by his grandson, didn't it?
I don't know.
You don't pay attention to anything.
I don't pay no attention to the mail, Siri. Oh, this is nice. It's good to be back.
This is a really relaxing, just early morning cigar, you know.
Yeah.
It really is. I'm a little over. I got to be honest. I'm over the sweetness.
Yeah.
It would have been nice if it had been there maybe just for a second. But
it's last mine's gone. I don't think I got much.
I think you cut yours off. I don't know.
I probably did.
Who knows? But
why do you think they do that?
Because I think a lot of people
don't want the taste of tobacco in their mouth.
Yeah, I think.
I guess if you're a bitch, we're gonna put some sweetness.
Well, there's 1,000 guys out there smoking cigars because they think it looks cool,
but they can't stand the taste of it.
They can't stand the taste of the cigar. Oh, but I'm surprised that it makes sense. $100 cigar. They want those guys, those pretty boys. They want those guys, those posers. With those accountants,
those are the kind of guys that buy them. Is that what you're saying?
Those investment bankers, they want those guys spending $100 because
I did get a kick out of it because the guy at JR's, I was like,
I can't believe he sold you a box.
I didn't even ask how much because I don't give a shit. If I want something, I'm going to get it. If I can't afford something, I just won't get it.
Yep.
But
I'm with you.
So, and he goes in
it's
there.
Like that Range Rover you made me buy.
The guy said, it'll be $700. And I'm like, okay, get the fucking box. It's over there. Get it. Do I need to get it for you and bring it over there?
Oh, did he say that? Like he didn't think?
Yeah, like I couldn't afford it. You has to ask. And I didn't ask, motherfucker. You told me.
Really?
That one manager over at JR's is kind of a prick. He's changed things over there. Well, you remember.
Well, we're mad at him anyway.
Yeah, when we went for the Arturo Fuente, and they were giving away like cufflinks and
that was all bullshit.
And it ended up they didn't even have the cufflinks to give away. But I did guilt him into that ashtray right there, the free ashtray.
That's hilarious.
Because I was talking shit about him
online.
Yeah, when they put another raffle up, and I said I put on there, I'm not falling for that bullshit again. And the guy got back to me.
Really?
He direct messaged me, "Hey Jim, if you'll stop by, we have something for you." And I went, and that's when I first met that manager, and I said, "Hey," I was direct messaged and told to stop by that you guys had a freebie for me. And I showed him the message and everything, and he's like, well, I don't know anything about that. And I was like, well, it's right here. And he said, well, it would be nice if the social media people would let me know. And he just turns around and grabs that big old ashtray, hands it to me. It's like, damn,
You're in customer service, prick.
yeah.
See, those are the kind of guys that make you hate cigar lounges and cigar
Yeah.
places. They really do. Because they think that there's something special.
Yeah, their cigar lounges, it's nice and it's functional.
But it's nothing special.
It's not as warm as it used to be because before they put the tables and chairs in there, it was nothing but leather couches and chairs. You know, everything was leather. They had a nice custom bar. It was really cool, but now it's like you're going in there to a poker tournament or something, and you just happen to be able to smoke cigars. They do have a nice bar. The bar's nice. But it's just not as fun as it used to be.
Do people go out there and hang out and smoke a lot?
At least the ones, I mean, when I go over there, sometimes I'll go during lunch, and there's usually maybe 8 or 9 people in there at lunchtime. You know,
What time do they close?
6.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's since the pandemic. Before that, I think they were open till 9, which is nice because, you know, when you get off work, you can stop by there and decompress a little bit with a nice cigar.
Okay, the sweetness is gone now. It's even better. This is a great cigar if you don't want to have your socks knocked off. It's got good flavor. I would say medium-ish. Would you?
Yeah. Yeah, it is good. I mean, it's not like you want a cigar. If I wanted this, I would end up going, if I wanted this style, I would end up going for that Hero before I would go and pay another $100 for this.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't pay $100 for this.
Yeah, it would have to be a gift or something.
You know, but it's a great gift.
It is.
I mean,
good.
look how. I mean, you want to give somebody something that is nice and something that's they're going to go, wow, he gave me this great cigar. I mean, you can't beat the presentation.
Yeah, it's great. And it lived up to, I mean, the presentation. When I first smoked that first one, I was like, the packaging was definitely better than the cigar. Right. But maybe, I don't know, maybe I had a shit one.
Or maybe it needed to sit for a while.
Yeah, maybe I wasn't in the right mood. I didn't have the company. That's what it was. Maybe I was doing my taxes and everything sucked. I totally forgot we had some El Tesoro down here.
What is El Tesoro?
Reposada? Yeah, there you go. What he said. Some good stuff.
El Tesoro, Reposada tequila.
There's some Dos Hombres mezcal down there.
Mezcal's the best. If I could only drink one thing for the rest of my life.
It wouldn't be Captain Morgan spiced rum?
It'd be Captain Morgan's Black, which is really hard to find.
Challenge accepted, sir.
Yeah, good luck. Captain Morgan's Black, or it would be mezcal. There was a bar in L.A.
Yeah.
That was a tequila mezcal bar. They probably had 50 mezcal tequilas on the menu. Of course, it was in Beverly Hills, where all the sophisticated folks are.
Let's see what we can find. Captain Morgan Black?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What does it say?
I don't know yet.
I know she didn't call your boyfriend Siri to find it.
That's right. He's dead to me. What the hell's wrong with my shit? Why ain't you going to the store? Come on now. There we go.
You found it?
Hold on a minute.
Do you know how to use the internet?
I'm figuring it out.
There's a thing at the bottom. You type in what you're looking for, and then you hit go.
How many bottles you want?
Did you find it?
No.
You didn't find it?
No. Hey, Siri.
Huh?
Can you find me some Captain Morgan Black available for sale online? It says right here it's available at walmart.com.
That Walmart has everything.
What isn't available at walmart.com?
I mean, if you look for a small nuclear weapon, it would say available.
Until you order it, and then they're like, oh,
yeah.
it's out of stock.
Yeah. But here it is.
Is it available online? Well, you know, it's illegal to get it shipped here. But
Liquor freight.
I haven't gotten in trouble. I haven't gotten in trouble.
Wine online, delivery, Uber Eats. Here it is.
Huh. How much is it? $60.
Okay, here's the scoop. Come on. Oh, I got to put my fucking age in. Let's make it as difficult as possible just to look.
Wait for the discount thing to pop up.
Darker, bolder spiced rum with a deliciously smooth finish with selected spices. Always ridiculousness.
But is it available? Of all the things you could have dropped.
Yeah, at least I can bend over and pick it up now, though, with my new knee.
Congratulations,
Yeah,
sir.
in the past, that would have been too painful. I'd have
That.
kick my knee way out over here.
Yeah.
And
And he'd been like, Jim, will you get that for me?
So Kraken tried to copy Captain Morgan Black.
Yeah.
But Kraken is a tiny bit bitter.
But is it available?
Yeah.
Can you get it?
Yeah.
How much is it? Of course, I just asked how much it was, right?
I can order it from Uber Eats for $24.99.
Is that a little bottle? Like a little itty bitty teaser bottle?
No.
Well, what the hell's so special about it?
750 milliliter. Listen to this. I can order it from Liquor Freight for $140.
I don't want a liquor freight. You liquor freight. You brought her.
1.75 liters, $60. Wine online. Get it by the 26th. Let's see if they really have it, you know. Let me put wineonlinedelivery.com. Confirm your
Confirm your age. You're over 21. And here comes the pop-up for the discount code. And your email.
variety is the spice of life. So we spiced up life quite a bit. We have developed a collection of rum, each Captain Morgan bottle with its own distinctive flavor and personality that is suited for the male with an adventurous spirit. Smooth and medium-bodied Captain Morgan Original Spice. Yeah, see, here's Kraken compared to it. I'll have to get some and bring it in for you.
Okay.
You know they have a Kraken black roast.
Oh, what's that? Coffee?
I don't know.
infused?
Isn't black roast coffee rum limited edition?
Huh. You know, the only coffee liquor that I've tasted I liked is Jameson. They have a cold brew.
Kraken is the
really
world's
good.
first black spiced rum. That's a fucking lie. Captain Morgan's black was. Black roast coffee rum shimmers with dark complexity. As the tale goes, a doomed ship carrying coffee beans met the cruel fate of the Kraken. This is a great story. One stormy night, creating a mixable 66.6 proof spiced rum infused with the natural flavors and coffee bean essence. Dude, that's funny.
Hey, I'm writing a screenplay.
Jim, do you know what I do for a living?
Critique screenplay?
No. I'm in the film business, right?
Yeah. So
How many people do you think have told me that they're writing a screenplay? What's it called?
Poncho.
What's it really called?
Huh?
What's it really called?
Poncho.
Okay. This is the perfect morning smoke, man. You wake up, you're in the Bahamas, you're sitting on your veranda, you're looking back in, the sunrise is breaking through the sheer curtains, and your lady's there all sleeping, and it's kind of that blue light of the early morning with a little bit of that orange sunlight, and you're smoking your Saka unicorn. This is perfect for that.
Okay, let me give you a little bit of it. You ready?
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. The forest was
funny to who?
What? It's kind of funny to me that
Okay.
the forest was alive with
Are you
movement.
not going to smoke that?
You
You're gonna
shut
let
the
that go-
fuck up.
Are you
I'm
going to
reading
let
my
that go
screen.
out?
No, I'm not going to let it go out.
Well, gently peel that band off so you don't ruin that band. You have let it go out.
Band.
Oh, you almost let it go out.
That band is made because my lips have been upon it.
Okay.
I just made this $200.
It was sunrise in the morning in the forest.
The forest was alive with movement. Birds taking flight in panic bursts, deer bounding through the undergrowth, smaller creatures skittering in all directions. It was unnatural.
So this is like a freaking...
Can I finish fucking reading?
This is a $100 million movie?
It is.
Because
$100 million.
the animal wranglers alone for all that is going
Yeah.
to be like
We can use AI for that shit.
$100,000.
It was unnatural. A silent alarm ringing through the wild. He crouched near a fallen log, watching the scene unfold, feeling the hairs on his arm arise. Something had happened, something big. Moving cautiously, he adjusted the rifle slung across his back, pushed forward through the clearing. The scent of burnt fuel and scorched metal carried on the wind. Then he saw it, a downed jet fighter. Its fuselage split open like a gutted fish. Smoke curled lazily from the wreckage, no signs of movement. No survivors, just the unmistakable silence of death. He approached carefully, scanning for any signs of life or threats. The pilot was still strapped in his seat, head slumped forward, flight suit torn and stained with blood, dead. A jagged piece of shrapnel had all but decapitated him. He exhaled sharply through his nose, barely reacting. Death wasn't new to him, it was just another reality. Something caught his eye, an emergency radio still intact, resting in the dead pilot's lap. He reached in, hesitating for just a moment. He could turn it on, maybe hear what was left of the world, but then what? He'd spent most of his life thinking people were the problem. Selfish, cruel, and weak. If they were gone, was that really a loss? Instead, he tucked the radio into his pack and turned back toward camp. He had no interest in chasing ghosts. You want more?
Do
you want more?
Did ChatGPT write this?
With my assistant. Which means I don't own it, so who gives a shit?
You should make the pilot a female.
A female?
Yeah.
Well, is he going to rape her? She's dead.
No, it just makes it more interesting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It actually sounds kind of sexist. Because
pilots can't be females?
Because it was a female pilot, you think that's why she wrecked? You think that's why she crashed?
I never thought that. You said there was a piece of shrapnel. She obviously got shot down.
Oh, Lord. Okay. You want more?
Sure. I hope you the 14 of you out there haven't fallen asleep.
We'll find out why it's called Poncho. The trip back was uneventful. The wildlife still unsettled, but the woods otherwise quiet. At camp, he wasted no time packing up. Whatever had happened, he didn't plan on sticking around to find out the hard way. He loaded the last of his gear into the Humvee Poncho. The old surplus Humvee has been his project for years, rebuilt piece by piece, a mechanical war horse with no leash. He gave the hood a pat before heading to his rucksack. Reaching inside, he pulled out a sat phone. its screen flickering to life for only a moment before an error flashed across it. No signal, unable to locate satellite. His jaw tightened. That wasn't normal. A storm wouldn't do that. A system failure maybe, or something worse. He grabbed his compass, his maps, and moved to the back of Poncho, unlocking the hidden compartment. He let out a breath as his fingers traced the familiar cold steel of his weapons, the weight of magazines, the promise of firepower, ammunition, explosives, tools for the world he suspected had just changed forever.
Okay.
There's a little bit more. It's not bad.
Not bad for a $100 million movie.
No. I think we could do it for $50K.
You're insane.
But I'm going to call Dean.
Yeah, there you go.
I think we can make it. What we'll do is we'll tell everybody we're going to pay them, and we'll make it, and then they won't get shit.
That's Dean. How's his restaurant?
Fuck it. Dean is a friend.
No, and he's
he started that little restaurant because of his wife.
For his wife.
His wife wanted to do that because she had retired. So she wanted to do that. Okay. First of the year, the first of the year, I call him.
Say, where's my money for my movie, Dean?
That too. I always ask him how, what's the status of Black Archives? Same line, it's going into sound editing and blah, blah, blah. The guy that's doing the sound editing also did Michael Jackson's Beat It album. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, and then I said, well, how's
Spielberg's maid's brother?
Yeah. How's the restaurant? And he said, oh man, it's been a nightmare because I think
I didn't pay any of my employees for like 3 weeks and they quit.
I don't think they had an issue with that.
I'm just joking.
But she had got an offer to come back to work and took it. So
what?
Yeah. It hadn't even been open for a year. And I would be so pissed. So he's, trying to get that done.
Is it still open?
I think I haven't been there, and it's been.
Oh,
a while
you haven't?
I went there and ate. They did have a good breakfast, and their hamburgers were good. But I haven't been back since. Well, Carrie and I went back and got breakfast again. It was good.
Were there people there?
Yeah.
Good location?
Yeah. For what it is, yeah. Because it's in the mall.
Oh, it's nothing fancy.
Nothing fancy. It's just like a little diner. But
she went back to work.
It's the last year was crazy for him because right at Christmas, his mother passed away. Then his father killed himself. Same day on Christmas. And
really, why did he kill himself?
I think his wife passing.
Right.
And he was also had some dementia. And I guess he had firearms.
Wow.
And Dean, Dean's the one who came and found him. Dean was at the nursing home with his mother when she passed, and then he gets home and he gets to his father's house, finds that his father's, maybe I shouldn't be talking about this because
you can cut it.
But that's
same day.
That's what I was. Yeah, that's what I understood.
Poor guy, man.
Yeah. So still doesn't change the fact that I invested into a movie that I should be getting something back if it goes into, if somebody picks that movie up. And I've seen worse movies on Netflix.
Have you seen a cut? Have you seen a cut of the film?
No. But
as an investor, you should be able to see a rough cut of the film.
Oh, I'm supposed to get a damn director's chair with my name on it. That's all in the contract. And I get first payout. the first whatever payout, I'm supposed to get it.
First money back.
Yeah. But now Jeff, the guy I introduced you to him at the coffee shop, he was doing some color correction on it, and he said it's been filmed with several different cameras, and he said it's really
hard to match it,
to get it all.
It's hard to match it.
And one of the problems, you just can't make that ashtray for the life of you, can you? I'm going to get you a bib. You know, Churchill had a bib, so he didn't set himself on fire when he went to bed. But he said, you know, it just, Dean had sent the, I filmed some overhead shots of the Humvee driving around rural, North Carolina roads with a drone. And that was interesting because when I first, he asked me, he said, I need to get some drone shots. And I said, okay, so I couldn't find anybody. I think you were doing Office Joe. So I asked somebody, hey, can you bring your drone and follow them? And they couldn't. They didn't have time, but they let me borrow their drone.
I wish you had called. You sure I was busy?
Yeah, you were doing Office Joe. I didn't call you or anything. I didn't want to bug you because I knew y'all were doing Office Joe. But so I got that Mavic 3, whatever, that DJI.
Yeah.
Nice little drone.
Yeah.
So I set
was
it up.
Was it gray?
Yeah.
About this big?
Probably a little smaller than that.
So it might have been the Mavic 3 Mini.
Big. Yeah.
It was white.
No, it was gray.
So it was the Mavic 3.
Okay. I set it up to follow.
Oh, you did. You did a little box over the Humvee and started driving.
Worked great. And then I go back. I drove around for an hour, 2 hours. No, I got footage. And I get back, put the footage in the computer and look at it. It wasn't in 4K. Because when it's in follow mode, it drops the resolution down, which is stupid. So I went back after it quit raining and did it again, except this time I had the controller on the steering wheel of the Humvee, and I'm looking at the screen, and thank goodness this was a rural road and there's no traffic at all out there. I've got the drone remote in the middle of the steering wheel, and I'm steering the Humvee and looking at the screen and following and, praying that I don't hit trees because there were trees on either side of the road. And I got some good footage, and it was in 4K. So he took that footage, and he said, he liked it. He said, it's great. He said, I'm going to use it for the intro and then the final credit, when the final credits run. And he sent it to somebody, and they overlaid rain to make it look like it was raining. And Jeff said that was a mistake. He said he said any kind of editing that needed to be done, you can't do it because the rain that had whatever had been overlaid, the mask, I guess, on it. And I'm like, well, I've got the original footage.
I was going to say, but you have the original footage, so you could have given the original footage to Jeff, and he could have just. Did you give him the original footage?
No, no.
But you could.
Well, I don't think he. Well, I think he. I'm not sure if he wanted to go into helping. Understandably, you don't want to spend a lot of time. But it is kind of disappointing because here we're. Is it
3 years in?
Probably 4 years now. And I still think he could have hyped it up because it was Tom Sizemore's last movie, and that would have if it helped a little bit, build up the hype.
He didn't have the connections. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Even for Office Joe, we had all of those military influencers in the movie.
Yeah.
And the truth is, other than Austin von Lichtman, Mandatory Fun Day,
Yeah.
they didn't promote the movie for fuck.
Doesn't that suck?
And it does. But see, and that's the thing that I tried to explain to Nick, and Nick is loyal, and I respect and admire Nick's loyalty to all these people. But the truth is, if it's not your project, nobody gives a shit.
Yeah. But what gets me,
and it offends me because they knew what they were expected to do, and all they had to do is say, you know what, I don't want to be in it. I'm not going to have time to promote it.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, I get that.
But really, Hollywood, how hard is it for Jared Taylor to get on his Instagram or his X account or whatever and say, I just finished being in this show, Office Joe.
And it's available on Amazon
now.
now.
You were to watch it. It wouldn't fucking kill anybody to do that.
I
did it.
The problem is, Jim, they've all got their own shit going on that's more important to them.
But
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I understand that. But
That's the truth.
You're talking like 20 seconds.
But they're not. But they're not like us.
No, they're fucking drinking bros. Which is stupid as hell.
It's just that
I'm probably gonna catch some shit over that.
We're all gonna catch some shit over it because and the truth is they don't owe us shit.
No, they don't.
They don't. They don't owe us.
Are they friends?
That's not for me to say.
It's weird.
It's not for me to say. Nick has bent over backwards and helped people. If somebody called Nick up and said, "Hey, buddy, can you help me do blah 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 blah?" Bam, we're doing it for him.
I'm going to test you on that because I'm gonna text Nick and say, "Hey, Nick, how about giving a shout out for the Smoked Debrief?"
Yeah. Okay.
6 months later, oh man, I'm sorry I didn't get your text.
You know what I'm saying.
By the way, we need to do this.
You know what I'm saying.
I know. And it sucks.
And if you need something from Diesel Jack Media and you fucking call me,
I know that.
it's going to fucking happen.
Hey, did you use the lights yet?
No, I have not. I think I need to order 2 pieces, I think, of equipment. I'll look and see. I should do that today. They're still in the back of the Range Rover. I'm going to make the epic trip in the Range Rover on Wednesday from here to Illinois.
I think it'll do it.
I certainly hope so.
You got roadside assistance set up?
I got
AAA?
AAA, baby. 200-mile tow. So all I got to do is get 400 miles down the road. It's always scary because the other day it said, check your fluids. So that's why I'm having a...
Oh, that might be radiator. It might be your coolant or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We can check... We'll check the oil before you leave. It's been sitting. We'll check it before you start up and go. Just to be on the safe side.
Yeah. I think it's probably radiator more than anything because I was running the air conditioner. I got it. So
did you get it charged?
No, I'm going to.
I've got a thing. We can go get a tank of Freon from AutoZone. And
we can?
Yeah.
AutoZone, we take it to the limit. O'Reilly Auto Parts. We're full of jingles today. Okay, this is a great cigar. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say, if you just want to enjoy it and you can eat the $100 that it costs, it's an enjoyable experience. It's not a cigar that I would smoke driving down the highway. It's a cigar I would smoke sitting like this or after dinner on the back porch,
Dude,
where you can really enjoy
you
it.
Smoking a cigar driving down the road is scary because you can't even keep your action trays just sitting still.
I have got a brand new ashtray in the Rover that's within my reach. See, if there was an ashtray right here, there'd be no problem. Or over here?
I think I'm gonna
I need a little table here with an ashtray.
move this
Really?
because we need one of the turntables right over here.
So every now and then we can throw in a song?
No, I wish we could. There's a guy that does turntable repair on YouTube, and he plays. It's like some kind of 70s, like he was playing Triumph and then like Sticks or something like that. But he plays them when he starts his video and then at the end of it.
How long of the piece? 7 seconds or something?
He's like playing he's playing the whole damn song. Because I'm like, how does he get away with that? And I thought, okay, maybe because it's on vinyl, that the software's not picking it up.
Did you look it up?
I took Shazam while I was playing some vinyl in here, some old ass vinyl. It picks it up every damn time. Fucking Shazam. So I don't know. This whole copyright thing is, anybody can flag you on YouTube. Like they could say, oh, they said something that's my property or something like that, and YouTube sides with them no matter what. They side with the people.
It's easier to do that right off the bat.
Well, the first episode.
But you can protest it, right?
You can. The first episode we did, and I used the Winston Churchill speech. This was their finest hour.
Yeah.
I got copyrighted on that because some damn punk band claims it. It's not their shit. That thing came from the Library of Congress. It's royalty free.
Did our episode get canceled?
No, but it has that copyright thing on it. It lets us use it. They said they've claimed copyright, but they will allow you to use it. It's like, well, no shit, because they don't own it. And I did tell them that. This came from this, which is public domain. Thank you.
What are you going to do with that couch in there?
Do we need to move the couch in here?
No, so what are you going to do with that couch?
What, that one?
Yeah, that.
Well, that's
leather
Carrie's couch. That couch is
That's
going somewhere, but
that's a nice couch
it is.
just to be sitting in the warehouse.
Well, it's better in here than where it was.
We're wondering.
In the Cardinal storage covered up with a blanket with a bunch of shit on top of it.
That's hilarious. How's the family?
Everybody's doing great. Courtney's just hustling, and the coffee shop's going along. And we had been paying somebody to do the yard work. And I don't have a big house, but when we get home, I don't want to go out in the yard.
Bro, I feel your pain.
So it was, I kind of got tired of seeing, having somebody do something that I'm perfectly capable of doing. So my old John Deere that's been sitting for 6 years untouched, rained on, full of water. I got it. I stopped at the Tractor Supply and got a bunch of starter fluid, fuel stabilizer, and all this shit. The fuel that was in it was 6 years old. So 4 bottles of fuel stabilizer. It dumped it in the tank. And I was shoving paper towels down in the intake to get the water out of it, and then started spraying starting fluid all over, And I mean, it was either going to start or not.
Or blow up.
Yeah. So I put a new battery in it, got the battery hooked up, unplugged the spark plugs, cranked it, and started turning over, and it was throwing water everywhere. And I was, okay, great. Keep throwing the water. Well, when it finally quit throwing water, shot some, what do they call it? B29, or it's kind of like Marvel Mystery Oil. Put it down in there, kept turning it over, getting it all worked up. and I sprayed some starting fluid on it, and I managed to keep it running for a good 2 minutes, just blasting starting fluid. It was running fine. So then I hooked the fuel line back up. I put a new filter on it. I had to get a new fuel pump, put all that on there, and had like an old Coke bottle, and I was letting the pump run the gas into the Coke bottle until it started looking clear. And then I hooked it back up. Some of it's fired right up. There is no better feeling than when you put all that effort into something and it comes out the way you want, and it worked. And I used the gas I put in it. I got from when I say Tractor Supply, I mean Graham Tractor Supply. They're local, and they have
they're a real tractor place.
Yeah, they're a steel dealer, and I have a steel pressure washer, and they have their own gas, and it's like 93 octane, and it's pure, good gas, but it's like $34 a gallon, but it's well worth it. So that's what I put in the John Deere after the initial gas had ran out, and I put it in there. It runs so nice. It's so damn loud though. But when I bought that thing, I think it was 2006, 2007. We had this guy come into the shop. He had a Yukon. No, it was a Suburban. And he wanted video screens all over that thing. Well, I'm sitting there, we're working on it. It took us a week. We had his car for a week. And I put a 15-inch monitor in the dash of a Suburban. That thing was so nice because, I had fiberglassed, and we color matched everything, the interior and all that stuff. It's just beautiful. So he's got this big 15-inch monitor in the dash. And I told Brian, the kid that worked for me at the time, I said, when he comes to get it, because the guy always pays cash, I said, when he comes and gets this, I'm going to get John Deere. And that guy came in, paid me cash. I went to Home Depot and bought that John Deere. And they let me use one of their trucks to take it home. And I judge the yard by how many beers I drink while I'm mowing. And it's usually a 2 beer. It's nice. And my yard is not that big. But I'm lazy.
How big's your blade?
Huh?
How big is your swath?
Is it 40, 42, 44, something like that? In our backyard, because we have a lot of tree coverage.
Yeah.
The grass does not grow in the back. But Carrie and I started messing with growing moss. So we've got like green moss. It's kind of cool. We walk out there on that moss barefooted and stuff. It feels good. And it's no maintenance. You might go out there and throw some beer on it every once in a while, but I like it. And then it goes down to we've got our yard, this one corner of our yard, it sloped down real bad. And when we first moved there, it was like a mud hole. It was just red dirt.
From all that water.
Yeah, because the trees were covering it and nothing would grow. So I saved up, and I would take money to the this pond company. And once I had paid them so much, they came out and they brought in all these rocks and stuff. And so they put we've got a 14-foot pond, and then it's a 12-foot waterfall from the top. They got a bog up at the top, and then it comes down. It's beautiful. It's so damn nice. It's not nice right now because I've had to pump it out. I've got to clean it out because all the leaves and stuff. I didn't put a net over it last year, so all the leaves fell and just made it nasty. But we had it done up because at the time we did the pond, we had labs, and I wanted them to be able to jump in it. So they put extra matting at the bottom of it so their feet wouldn't poke holes in it and stuff. And there's a nice little rock right in the middle. I've got 2 waterfalls, and then in the middle is this one rock, and you can sit on it and let your feet dangle in the water. It's really cool.
Get some of those Japanese fish that give you a
had
pedicure.
some. We had koi.
Eat your feet and
No, I'm not. I think you can get a disease from that.
Really?
I think I read somewhere somebody who did that, and they ended up getting some kind of infection or something because something that the fish secrete or whatever.
Doesn't surprise me. People are crazy. I'm not letting fish nibble on my feet.
Yeah. What?
That's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
We had koi. We had 2 beautiful koi, and they got to be so big, and we named them Yin and Yang.
Nice.
And we had a dragonfish. It looked like a dragon. Somebody calling you.
Wait, we're going to call.
Uh-oh.
Tom Hunt, you're on the Smoked Debrief with Hollywood Herd and Jim Salvation Coffee.
What up, dog?
Are you busy right now, Hollywood?
Hell yeah, he just told you we're filming.
Not too busy for you.
Yeah, well, I'd like to speak in private if that's okay at some point in the future. So you can just give me a call back.
I'll call you in 15 minutes.
All right, later.
He'd like to speak in
That
private.
was official.
He'd like to speak in private.
Are you going to have to go to sensitivity training again?
Probably.
Oh, shit. I love Tom. He's good. He's so cool. And he was great as Stewie.
He was being himself.
That's what. Oh, my Lord.
In case you haven't watched it yet, go to Amazon. Office Joe. Available on Amazon, Google Play, and Apple.
Yes.
See Jim Young, episode 1.
Episode 1. I play myself, the racist, homophobic, misogynist
Coffee shop.
shop owner. Don't say coffee.
Okay. Well, if they watch it, they're going to know.
They will, but then they need to watch it.
That's right. You're right.
They'll be like, what kind of shop he's doing?
So how was the smoke, Jim?
I like it.
It was a great
Good.
smoke. Was it a $100 smoke, Jim?
Today, yes.
Yeah, today, yes. The presentation, I can't get over the presentation. And the name Unicorn, what a great name. The beautiful box. And the beautiful band. Thanks for joining us, folks.
Yep. Catch you next time. Another stogie, another episode of the Smoked
Debrief with Jim Young
and Hollywood Herd.